Valve Steam Deck is here, and my friend, Mass Video Gamer, let me take a look at his Steam Deck a couple of days ago, and I just wanted to give a quick video of my impressions using the thing. So I had about, 2 hours of time that I took to play with the console, and we compared it to the Switch OLED. This video was originally going to be a comparison video between the Switch OLED and the Steam Deck. However, looking at it now and thinking about my impressions, I don't think that they're really in competition with each other. You really have to look at the different audiences that these systems are for. The Valve Steam Deck is going to allow you to run all of your Steam games at 30 to 60 FPS, depending on how intensive the game is. And you're going to be able to run that generally at 720p. Now, the Switch OLED is also a 720p screen. However, I will say the OLED, oh man, does it kick ass. That one OLED screen alone is worth the price of admission. And I really do wish that they put a screen like that in the Steam Deck. If you look at the screen of the Steam Deck and you compare that with the screen of the Switch OLED, it really starts to show how dim the Steam Deck's screen looks. If you're not comparing the two, you won't notice it. However, one thing I will say I do like about the Valve Steam Deck is the form factor. And what it reminds me of is a Switch when you have the Hori split pad connected to it. So this right here is the Switch, and this is almost exactly what the Steam Deck looks like, except it's thicker. The trackpads on the sides, perfectly serviceable. Not sure I would use them for much, however. The joysticks actually work really well, and I didn't notice any drag or any sort of grinding in the sticks, which is good because they, as far as I know, they are not user serviceable. I could be wrong about that. One thing I noticed about the Steam Deck that I didn't like was when you first boot up into it, you are taken right to your Steam library. However, you're shown a lot of games that maybe don't work with the Steam Deck. And if you were to give this console to, say, a kid or a gamer who is casual and they're looking to get into gaming, I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get up and running with this thing without frustration. They're probably going to end up trying a game that's not going to work or not going to run correctly, and then that's going to sour the experience for them. And that's where I see improvement for Valve. I see the ability to improve there, because if they can get the software correct and they can get a lot more games that are tested and verified to work, then they are going to have one monster of a console on their hands. I will say that I don't know. I'm cautious of how long the Valve Steam Deck is going to be modern. You know, how long is it going to run modern games for? Right now, Elden Ring works really well on the Valve Steam Deck. Other games that are coming out right now, you know, I believe you could even sideload games like Sifu. However, Halo Infinite and Fortnite have issues with the Valve Steam Deck, and it's because of anti-cheat. And in Fortnite's case, that would require Epic to work to optimize it for the Valve Steam Deck, and that is just not going to happen. Valve takes one look at that Steam Deck and goes, no thank you. We're not trying to support the competition. Looking at the consoles together and comparing them in a game like, say, Spyro Collection, it's pretty amazing to see the differences. Now, on the Switch, it looks like it's running on medium settings. So if you were to set medium settings on the Steam Deck, you can get the equivalent experience at 60 FPS instead of 30 FPS. And that's pretty awesome. So there is a use case for this console. I just don't know that it's a mainstream use case. And that's where Valve, that's where I question their intentions. Is this set to be a mainstream console, or is this set to be a tinkerer's delight? Because right now it's definitely for tinkerers. Could that change in the future? I certainly hope so. I would love to see the Valve Steam Deck on every shelf in America, kind of like what the Oculus Quest is right now. You go into any Best Buy, and there's piles of them. There's displays of the Oculus Quest. And that's really cool because I didn't think a niche product like that would get the marketing support. But it has. So that's surprising to me, and I hope the same thing can happen with the Steam Deck. Right now, Valve is only selling them through their website, so they are intentionally kind of keeping this a soft launch. And that's the way I look at it, is right now, the Steam Deck feels like it's almost in a beta mode. There's settings that are hidden behind different menus and different layers of menus and things that aren't where you would think they would be. I feel like some customization could be had with the home screen and how you're getting into your games. I do wonder how portable it will be given the fact that it is a fairly beefy console. This thing is larger than the old Game Gear. It is, like I said, about the equivalent of the Switch with the Hori Split Pad Pros. I guess if you have a case, which, by the way, the 512 gigabyte one does come with the case as well, so there's value there. So let me know in the comments below if you have a Steam Deck, if you plan to get a Steam Deck, if you have a Steam Deck pre-ordered, or if you're like me and you're going to wait until you can go into a store and pick one up off the shelf, maybe look at it then. Maybe look at a Valve Steam Deck 2.0 that addresses some of my concerns. But in any case, until next time, stay excellent, and if you like what you hear, please subscribe.